Hello viewers, welcome all of you in Alka's Botany channel. Today we are going to learn glyoxyzomes, an important microbody present only in plants. I am Dr. Alka Inamdar in Alka's Botany channel. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Glyoxyzomes are the microbodies present in the cytoplasm of a cell, so they are also known as cytosomes. They are very small, spherical bodies with single unit membrane found only in plants. These microbodies were discovered by Beavers in 1961 and studied by Breedenbach in 1967. These microbodies of the fat-storing cells of germinating fatty acids contain enzymes of the glyoxylate cycle. In plant cells, some organelles show morphological similarities to the peroxisomes. Organelles are typically spherical or ovoid structures having a single bounding membrane, a diameter of about 0.5 to 1.5 mu microns. But their matrix shows presence of enzymes which are different from the normal peroxisomal enzymes. As the enzymes in these organelles are required for glyoxylate cycle, the organelles have been named as glyoxysomes. The term glyoxysome is normally reserved for the organelles of fat-storing endosperm or cotyledons of germinating fatty acids. The glyoxylate cycle allows fungi and higher plants to convert stored fat into carbohydrates. The germination of castor is accompanied by the breakdown of a large amount of fat stored in endosperm. Now we come up to the functions of glyoxysomes. Glyoxysomes are specialized microbodies. Their main function is to convert fatty acids to carbohydrates. They are present in plants and fungi. They are prevalent in the germinating seeds in their fat-storing tissues. They contain enzymes for glyoxylate pathway. They are found in abundance in the cells of germinating oilseeds and some fungi. Beta oxidation of fatty acids produces acetyl coenzyme A, which is metabolized in glyoxylate cycle to produce carbohydrates. It also helps in conversion of stored lipid in germination oilseeds into glucose called gluconeogenesis. Glyoxysomes contain not only enzymes specific to the glyoxylate cycle, that is isocitrate lyase and malate synthetase, but they also contain several of the essential enzymes of the Krebs cycle, which therefore function simultaneously in both mitochondria and glyoxysomes. These special organelles are glyoxysomes that they contain the enzymes required for transformation of fats to carbohydrates. The stored fat is converted to carbohydrate by a way of glyoxylate cycle, which is a modification of the respiratory Krebs cycle. For glyoxylate cycle, two special enzymes, namely isocitrate lyase and malate synthetase, are essential and they are present in the matrix of glyoxysomes. The other enzymes present in glyoxysomes are citrate synthetase, aconitase, and malate dehydrogenase, which are the same as those used for Krebs cycle. As glyoxysomes exhibit morphological similarity to the peroxisomes, they also consist of amorphous protein matrix surrounded by single-layered limiting membrane. To complete the series of reactions of glyoxylate cycle, these are the specific reactions. To convert the stored fat into carbohydrates required for the growth of young plant produced by the seed germination. In this figure, we show that glyoxysomes occur during the transition periods in the life cycle of a plant, such as in certain beans and nuts which store fats in their seeds as energy reserves. Glyoxysomes appear in the first few days after seed germination in endosperm cells and associate closely with lipid bodies. They disappear after the storage fats are broken down and converted into carbohydrate. The glyoxysomes contain the enzymes of fatty acid oxidation and the glyoxylate pathway. The metabolic processes that occur within the glyoxysomes are characterized in this figure. The long-chain fatty acids enter the glyoxysomes and are broken down to acetyl coenzyme A via the beta oxidation pathway. The acetyl coenzyme A is converted into citric acid from oxaloacetate and acetyl coenzyme A by citrate synthetase and then converted into isocitrate by aconitase in glyoxylate pathway, which involves some of the reactions of TCA cycle or Krebs cycle. Therefore, the glyoxysomes of higher plants are the sites of beta oxidation of fatty acids and enzymes of the glyoxylate cycle. Succinate is the end product of glyoxysomal metabolism of fatty acid. This succinate is believed to be diffused out and it is converted into oxaloacetate in the mitochondria and participate in the Krebs cycle or TCA cycle in mitochondria. Thank you. Thank you very much.